What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are
Yes.
the co-owners of helladopetoys.com. We are the toy people for the toy people. Aaron, how the hell you doing?
I'm good. But before we get any further into today's conversations and intros, what in the heck is this? Art, it's not that kind of show, man. We don't show cheeks. Oh, those cheeks? Oh, okay, cool. That's okay then. You can show those.
I'll show the cheeks. Okay.
All right. Anyways, back to what were we saying? How's it going on? It's good.
I said, Aaron, how the hell you doing?
I'm good. I am relaxing. It's a Sunday. Didn't work today. Just kind of a chill day, man. We went shopping all day. That's probably of the day.
To Target?
No.
To
Burlington Coat
Walmart?
Factory.
Oh.
Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh yeah, no, you put me on that Hollywood Hogan fix, man, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to be there, and they had 5, so
Mine had 8.
Yeah, I was mad because yours was punched, but you had the price tag on the back. Mine was unpunched, but had the price tags on the front, and I was a little butthurt about it, but I was like, yeah, I'm going to open this anyway.
Exactly, so it doesn't really matter to you.
It didn't matter to me.
I'm gonna put it right next to my Bray Wyatt.
I was just, being toy collector mad. I was like, this is unpunched, but it has the price sticker on the front, and I can't properly display it now. But I was gonna fucking open
it. All worried about nothing.
Nothing.
But other than that, man, outside of a nice find today, how was your day? I know you had to get up early today.
Oh yeah, I had to get up ignorantly. Oh, God. This is gonna be a show, fellas. So I have been up since like 4:30 a.m. and then I went to work, and then I went home, and then I took my wife out because I did get to do our date night last night, and then I drank a lot of beers.
Yep.
That may be a cause and effect thing, but it's fine. By the end of this, I'm fine.
So you're saying bedtime's at like 10:45?
Oh yeah, when we're done with this, I am out like a light. I am glad Sonny's not on tonight.
Yes, but he is coming back, so keep an eye out for that. He is making his return to the YouTubes, streaming live on Sunday nights.
So now that the writer's strike is over, Sonny can come back.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That is kind of funny how that all lined up, though.
It is very interesting, Sonny.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, hey, we have guests today.
Yeah, we do. It's weird because we haven't had guests in a while. Our last guest it's Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we still need to make a comeback video to him.
Yes. Yes. Indeed.
Chad, I know you're not watching, but we still owe you one, sir. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for our guest tonight. One of them has been on here before. One of them, it's their first time. Both of them together are an amazing show. So I guess I'll bring them in. I am going to welcome, for the first time, Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. Will, how the hell you doing, man?
How's it going, guys?
It's
hella dope day.
It is hella. It's always hella dope day,
man. Hey, it's hella dope day. Hey, it's hella dope day. Come on, chat. And chat. All right, we have one more to bring in because these guys go together like peanut butter and jelly, or if you are poor, peanut butter and butter. I would like to welcome Jim Largo from Largo's Lair. Largo, how the hell you doing, man?
Long time no see.
That's disgusting.
It feels like the first time, the very first time. Does that count?
Like the first time. It feels like the very first. Okay, sorry. Greg had mentioned karaoke. I didn't know I needed to warm up.
Indeed, got to warm up the pipes.
Gotta warm it up. Oh.
Exactly.
There we go.
Just like that.
There we go. That's how you do it. That's how you get warmed up, friends. So really excited to have both of you here. You guys have become quite the combo lately, like the 1-2 punch on Toy YouTube. You're both doing your own separate things, but then you come together combined to form this weird Toy Voltron. And
With our powers combined,
you know, one of you goes on and you're the front man, and the other's the sidekick, and then you flip flop it, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
we flip a coin to see who's going to be the bottom.
Naturally, we just say it's Ted.
This guy.
Ouch.
This guy.
Boom, boom.
Anyway, moving on before we get into things, because we have a lot to discuss with you fellas. I know Aaron's favorite thing is to check in with the chat. So what the hell is going on with the chat? Chat, what's going on with you?
Apparently they were in here hopping before I even got into StreamYard, man. Like, first off, before I even get to the chat, never let your child use your computer to do schoolwork, because this man then closed out all my windows. I could not log into StreamYard because he was logged into Google Chrome, and it's like, no, you can't access this because you are blocked. I'm like, bro, I'm not blocked. And then I realized I saw that he was signed in, and it took a good 3 minutes to get him signed out and me signed back in. Then I was double in StreamYards. It was just a pain.
Did he see your browser history? Do we need to get into therapy?
Oh, that's something else. That's fine.
Easiest.
That's the super secret top government controlled computer.
Hello, Mrs.
Oh wait, she's here. Shit. Hey, never mind.
Hey.
That's on her phone, not mine.
Okay.
In the chat. Oh, hey, it's Wilhelm Toy and Hobby.
Oh, I love that guy.
Always in all the chats, man. Always supporting the communities.
He gets around.
We got unboxing art is here. Bring on the hella dopeness.
And be sure to check out unboxing art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Go do it. He's showing all the toy news. Get you the FOMO. Tells you to come to helladopetoys. Be careful, you might get put on timeout if you're late.
Allegedly.
Just saying, it's a possibility.
Tony Horton, how's it going, Tony? He says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well with you. Tony, man, I want to thank you. I know we mentioned it the last time, but thank you for sharing and the gospel that is Hello Dope Toys, man. You're always posting and sharing all the Facebook stuff. We appreciate that. So you keep that up. Thank you.
Yeah, Tony's out there crushing it. We didn't even ask or anything, man. He's just out there. We appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, maybe I should post this. Nah, I'll wait. And then Tony has already done it. So
yeah, Tony will fucking spread that shit like fucking herpes, man. All over the place. It's everywhere.
Oh no. Anyway,
Tony, please keep sharing our stuff.
Ronald Toys 89 on Instagram. Make sure you are supporting this man's. He is doing fantastic work with toy photography. He's saying, "What's up, Trey? How you doing?" The best moderate in the biz, Mr. Axion Figs. What is up, beautiful people? No, sir. What is up with you, beautiful sir?
Yeah, Ed, I'm sorry I missed your show on Tuesday.
Shame.
That's my bad.
Shame.
That's on me.
I was there.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna do that now.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the kind of show we run now.
I'll be there on Tuesday, I promise.
No, you won't. You'll forget.
He goes live Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good show.
Cutthroat Comics, Chris, how's it going? He's got his ice cream and a drink, and he is ready for the hella dope show. Nice. I have no ice cream. That does sound kind of good.
Chester Cheetah's coming in December.
Just to throw that out there.
Putting it out there now.
Another name you always see in the chat. It's Largo's Lair.
Hey,
man, that's crazy.
That guy.
That guy's been MIA.
He has.
I know he abandoned the community.
Yeah, then he just all
What
comes
a
back
schmuck.
all free willy like, hey guys, I'm still here.
No, just kidding. I'm back, guys.
Robert's Infinite Realms, Evening all had a long day of travel. Hope I can hella last. I think Ted's on that same boat with you there, Robert. So, and then thank you once again. We've seen your orders coming through. As soon as those bad boys arrive, they will be shipped out with haste.
Yeah, no, he sent me a message and he was like, I'm sorry, I'm a cherry picker. And I was like, bro, fucking you order you, man. I don't care. I'm not gonna whatever you want, man. That's what it's there for. It's a buffet, dude.
A
smorgasbord. Yeah.
I
don't have to be retail complete. You lied to me, Will.
Whatever.
Next. Carol Geis, how's it going, Carol? Good to see you. I'm sure we'll see Oz at some point between now and before we hit the end button.
I don't know. I missed Oz's show too, so we might just have a whole backup of shows that I missed so nobody shows up.
Yeah, so this week's bonus Heladope show is going to be Ted apologizing to every show he missed.
I missed everyone's show.
You know, I don't think I saw Ted in the chat on our show either.
Wilhelm, you went on really early this morning, by the way, and I missed that one too.
Shame on you.
It's just going to be an hour of Ted going, I'm sorry.
Dude, it took me 9 hours to get to packing an order today too. So
I mean, you know. He had to do a lot of apologizing last week because he got hazed because he was late to his own show.
Wow. Technically, I was on time. I was on time. My camera
actually. When I have to hit the go live button and there's nobody next to you, no, you're late.
The first thing I said after we got off was I told my wife, I was like, Aaron knows, man. Aaron knows I don't like to go late. And if I am not here, you push that button. And that's what Aaron did, man. Aaron knows we don't go late. We go, whether I'm here or not. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, welcome.
Don't fucking asshole. Left me behind. Like, we're leaving now, man.
Dude, that's why I tell the kids, man, if you're not in the car, man, I don't know how you're getting home, but I'm going.
Where are we at?
Well, I'm in my basement.
I don't know what's happening.
Headcanon, how's it going? It says, okay, I am here. You may now entertain and amaze me. We will have lots of entertainment and plenty of amusement, my friend. And of course, Northern Nomad. Can you dig it, suckers?
Hold on, let me try it. Emotional damage. I'm off key. I'm off key.
Yeah, you're not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet. I'll keep practicing.
Fat Red Foo. Hello. Good evening. Hope all is well with you. The one and only Art G is in the house. Art G, how are you doing? And then we got, of course, the Briscoe.
The Briscoe. He was in the 3POA chat last night.
He was in the 3PO. We had a lot of names in there. We had the Briscoe in there. We had Rocco the Great in there last night.
Rocco Squad.
Yeah. Wilhelm was there. Didn't see no Largo's Lair, though.
That is true.
Radnom was there.
Radnom was there.
We'll get into where Largo's been, but not yet.
Largo's been traveling the world. He's been on fabulous adventures.
All right. Bob, how's it going? Good to see you. And of course, before we get back into the show, the missus says good evening and hope everyone had a great weekend.
Hello, Mrs. Yancey.
So, there we are. We are chat caught up for the moment.
But chat, don't let us be too caught up now.
Yeah. We want all the stuff.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
There we go. So, according to my Heladope watch, it's about that time.
In a minute, I'm gonna get a little middle up.
Aaron.
In the Belusias. What?
Black Knight.
What did I do?
Mr. Yancey.
I did it.
What are you sipping on?
Well, today I continue to sip on the same thing I always sip on. Still reserves. Spiked strawberry. You know, I figured one of these days, like a head rep of Still Reserve is going to watch this show. They're like, we're going to get this guy, you know, a nice like truckload of goodies. Still nothing. Quite disappointing. Can't take it.
No respect.
No respect at all. None. But Mr. DarkClaw, the people need to know what is it that you are currently sipping on today?
Currently, I am sipping on a clearly Caladian. Clearly Caladian. In my trusty Heladope mug, I have a refreshing glass of water.
I didn't know they sold that drink for men. That's interesting.
Got him.
So now we have to ask our guests, and we're gonna go to Wilhelm first because Wilhelm is it's his first time here on the Heladope stream.
Yes. He's the nice one.
Hold on, I love how you deflected the comment here.
Oh, I'm ignoring the guy below me right now. He's currently shunned. I'm kidding. I love Mr. Largo, but we have to know, Wilhelm, what are you sipping on?
Oh, this is called Boca Frost. It's really nice.
It's the first time I think anybody's ever brought a vape to the what you sipping on segment.
I mean,
it's really good, and that stings. Yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. Just slurping on this all day. I'm freaking addicted, and I got a bottle of water.
I mean, does that top the Alka-Seltzer one yet? I mean, it's got to be up there.
I mean, I'm gonna put it in the top 2.
All right.
I've never known anybody to be sipping on a vape.
I mean, Wilhelm's always good for a good vape sipping.
Dude, Wilhelm showed up and just shattered the record books. So
there it is.
He's a trailblazer.
All right. Well, Mr. Largo, you know the drill, sir. We
Indeed.
have to know what it is that you are sipping on.
Generally, I would be sipping on Gallo, which is the beer with the cock on the label. But
yes.
I've been ill recently, so I just have a dead soldier here sitting on the desk. Tonight, we are drinking Raptor. Raptor is an energy drink here in Guatemala. I don't know if you guys have it, but it's it's quite nice. I'm dealing with fatigue from getting over illness, so I'm guzzling energy drinks, which I'm sure is totally healthy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it does. It gives you the energy you need to it's got electrolytes. You know,
Electrolytes.
Yeah, you crave. Yeah.
It's Brondo. It's what plants crave. Greg says it is a Heladope sippy time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you, Greg. So yeah. I'm watching football, so you know, my team's playing. And they're currently losing, as my brother likes to tell me in the chat, that it's 14-0.
All right. Well, I think now that we've gotten the chat and we all know what we're all sipping on, I think I want to open it up to our guests here. And, you know, both of them, YouTubers, been around, active participants in the toy community. I'm just curious, what's new in your channels, guys? Whoever wants to go first, rock, paper, scissors. Wilhelm wins.
Well, I just started my own vaping channel, and yeah, it's just me sitting in there in the camera and just snorting the stuff and blowing it in your face.
Subscribed.
Subscribe, guys.
Yep.
Will's up in smoke.
Up in smoke.
That's it.
You know what's bad is someone will probably actually watch you do this.
No, I'm watching it right now. You're watching football. I'm watching Wilhelm's other channel right now.
Just me, just looped for 18 hours straight. I take a break. Then I talk about toys for a little while. That's about it. No, just have a couple of videos out. We did the 118 scale toy talk every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Usually with my buddy Largo here. He's been sick, so it was really nice to have him back today. We had a really great show. So, stay tuned for that.
Really, really good show.
It was excellent.
Yes. Love a good show.
Wilhelm, I have a question because I did see you live earlier this morning. Was I crazy? Have you been streaming all day?
No. I streamed with, I jumped on with Ken from Toy Connections earlier, and we were talking about play sets. And that was sometime this afternoon. And then, I did my show. So this will be the third stream of the day.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
He's a machine.
Oh, I know, a champion. I'm tapped out after 2 hours.
Right?
This guy knows. We're professionals, man. We're done. We're out.
Yep. But if those who didn't know, Wilhelm, you shared a very awesome milestone around the same time we did, by getting your 500th subscriber. So congratulations.
I did. Yeah. Thank you for that. And it's something I never really thought that would happen. Most of the videos I make, I'm just a jerk with some toys and talking about them. So I thought maybe like 10 or maybe 20 of my friends that I interact with in the community would watch, but apparently other people do too. So that's it's just a great thing.
Well, I think 10 or 20 of your friends are here watching right now. So we got a pretty good number going on here.
Yes, sir.
On the show. So.
Beta Ray Bob says it's Wilhelm Mega Day.
That's right.
Nice.
Wilhelm's got to start his own song on all his streams, all 6 of his streams each day.
He's gonna like blow smoke that says Wilhelm Mega Day, and he's just sitting there like.
It's all good, man. Now, can you blow smoke rings with a vape?
You can. I can't, but I have seen people do it. As a matter of fact, one time I was interviewing a guy for a job. This is my real life job. And I asked him, if there was any, I think we were waiting for some stuff the printer was jammed or something. I said, anything interesting, that you do in your spare time or anything? And he said, I'm a competitive vapor. And that just stopped the entire conversation.
Well, I'm curious about that.
I need to know everything about this. There's competitions, people compete, and it was weird because I don't think he was expecting a follow-up because he had nothing. You just felt he was like, you just compete, and I'm like, well, are there different tiers? Like, how do you get in this? Like,
is there a championship belt?
Is there a weight class?
Yeah. What happens? Do you have to blow rings in people's faces? And he just froze up and he was like, I don't know, man. I vape. And it was hilarious because I wanted to know. I still want to know. I want to watch this. Is it on ESPN like 7?
It's on the Ocho.
Yes.
I can just imagine Wilhelm doing quick draw to the vape and then just like slamming it down on the table like he's about to have a Pokemon battle.
Yeah,
it's like I competitive vape myself, Fred.
Oh, right. Funny you say that.
3-time
Intercontinental champion.
Pina colada vape. I choose you.
Oh my god.
Okay, now see, these are things we need to put on Wilhelm's second channel immediately. This is good content.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Wilhelm hitting 500.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then he took us down this rabbit hole
of vape championships.
Yeah.
Very smoky in there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, on that note, Mr. Largo, you have been MIA for several weeks. You have been missed within the community. We all had a candlelight vigil there for a little bit. And then the candles ran out and we were like, well, what you gonna do?
That's it.
What's been going on with you? What's new with your channel? Because you had something and then you disappeared.
I did. I'm starting a hookah channel. No, I'm not.
It's the ratings war. The Monday night smoke wars.
Can't tell where the smoke ends and the beard begins. But no, I was working on several projects, was just getting ready to button some things up, and my lovely stepson brought home some crud from school, and it knocked my my willy in the dirt. So I was sick really bad for about a week with some Guatemalan flu that's been going around. Started to recover, and then my wife got sick and gave it to me again. So I had it twice. I was like,
Lovely.
"Thank you, honey." Yes,
but
that's
the,
love.
but the Willie's okay though, right?
Speak to me. That was my little friend. No, he's still shy.
That's all
He's,
right.
Cleaned him
might
off
have
a
a
little
vigil
bit.
for him. That's it. So no, I was like really bad sick, talking to the porcelain goddess, singing to Ralph, and my voice was just not available to do any kind of audio stuff. So I've got several in pre-production pieces that still need audio tracks. So I might try to get that out sometime this week. So we're slowly getting back into the saddle, but it's that sucked.
So what you're saying
On
is
top of
no
that-
infinite playlist tomorrow?
No, sir. I have not had a chance to get that back into production. However, our next guest will be Paul Knapp from the Paul Knapp channel, who does a lot of the 1/6 scale GI Joe stuff and some military dioramas and bits like that in different scales. So he has a very interesting playlist. I've already seen it. We're just in the process of putting it together. So hopefully week after next, we'll work out a time to record with him.
Well, I have a question about the infinite playlist because I know both of you like to vibe out in advance to said playlist. And based off of our experience from being on there, some people, not naming any names, might be really bad at getting playlists to you in a timely manner. So are there days where you just have like, well, we got 10 songs, we just got to power through? And then you're just like, no, I like this. I like this. I like this. I wish this song, why is this a 10-minute song? I got to get through 8 more. Are there days where it's rough? Are there days where like, you're just like, I'm not vibing with this music at all? Like,
there have been days, I won't mention any names, Grindhead Jim, when I love Jim, but I'm not a huge grindcore fan. It's not my cup of tea, and so some of the songs in that playlist were a little difficult for me to appreciate the artistry. But in general, usually somebody will email or Instagram me, send me their list of 10. I'll go into YouTube Music and find the videos for them if they have a video, do a little research, find out a little bit about the band or what have you. Usually takes about 2-3 days to put all that together, do the slideshow, send a copy of the playlist to Will so he can listen to it ahead of time so we both know what music we're going to be talking about. So normally there is a process. However, whenever you make plans, that's whenever karma will smack you in the hiney repeatedly.
So my question is, how many times have you listened to Street Rangers 2?
3.
3. Perfect.
The first was
that's the proper time. That's the proper amount of time to listen. Proper amount of time.
That what the flock am I listening to?
Mhm.
The second time was to listen to it again to say, nope, this is a real thing. This was actually a thing. And then the third time was to just appreciate it and enjoy the groove.
Banger.
Banger
Well,
indeed.
Hold on. I need Wilhelm to answer the same thing.
Yeah, Wilhelm. We're waiting.
So, hey, here's what I do. I just do it while I'm driving. It's the best way to listen to the playlist. So I got to drive a lot for work, and it's usually about a 25-minute drive from one of my stores to the other one. So I'll just put the playlist on and do it while I'm driving. I knock it out. But there have been days where I was listening to the playlist up to the minute before the show started. And certain songs, yes, I have been known to say, all right, let's see what the next one's like. And I'll come back to that one. I'll come back around. And sometimes I get around to it. Sometimes, maybe do a couple little scrubs during the song and see where it's going. And, I'm not going to say which songs, but a couple I've had to just, skip through and get the gist of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're just saying once.
Yep.
It's okay. We won't hold you to it yet.
Well, there is a prequel to the Street Rangers 2 song. It is called Street Rangers,
Yeah,
and it is also a banger with a great music video.
it is.
Hella dopers, you got homework. Go watch Froggy Fresh, Street Rangers, and Street Rangers 2.
Mhm.
Report back to here after the show.
Blue
yeah.
Ranger is the
And
best.
comments.
Blue Ranger nobody's gonna do that.
Probably not. Our man Big Bacon
Big bacon.
Hey,
wants to know how does someone narrow down 185 songs to 10?
That is actually a very common question. A lot of people have cursed me in Swahili for making the list only 10, but it's like, dude, you can come on the show again. We can do part, whatever. So just pick 10, whatever's floating your boat at the moment. I understand all of them are awesome, but it's not rocket science.
Is there anybody that you guys want to get on the show? Like, is there like a dream guest for the Infinite playlist? Just maybe out of extreme curiosity, or somebody that you admire and you're really hoping you vibe with them and really hoping their playlist doesn't suck? Anybody you work towards?
We kind of peaked early. We've gotten Laser Pants. We got Michael French from Retro Blasting.
Yeah.
We got, it's Chad. I mean, you can't do better than that.
don't forget Jeremy J. I mean,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, he won't let
Jeremy
you
J
forget him.
and the Funky
As
Bunch.
he even said in the comments, because his playlist had me frozen in an Arby's parking lot listening to it. I was
That's true.
enthralled by his
we
playlist.
have a second playlist from Jeremy J that will be coming for a future episode. So he's eager to get back in there, get back in the groove. So that'll be cool. For me, I've kind of
now that he's
reached out.
moved.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's in Texas now. He's going to have to get him a big hat and a gun rack in his pickup truck. I think that's the law in Texas.
Yeah.
And antlers on the hood. Or maybe that's just
No, that's Longhorns. You had Longhorns on that.
Okay, you're right.
You know what, though? Random Diorama's got a great idea. I line up 10 bottles of vape juice and
Just do it randomly.
just randomly hit them. And each one I just go,
He's good. He's
good. I want to bring this up. Mr. Wonderful says that Mr. Wonderful is personally waiting on Mr. Wonderfuckle. So if you guys can get Mr. Wonderfuckle on, Mr. Wonderful is patiently awaiting that one.
Mr. Wonderfuckle is so much more fun than Mr. Wonderful. I gotta tell you.
I think it depends on how many White Claws have been ingested, which one you get. I'm not sure.
He's been on that C4 high, so
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, plus all those chemicals from the 3D printing, got to have good, proper ventilation.
Now you just vape them. Put that in there. Just vape them up.
Just send that over here to me. I got that.
Our other moderator is actually showing up to the chat today, so welcome, Miss Simi Skies. And Chloe, you owe Mr. Largo a mug here. I promised to him several months ago. So I'm gonna make her do some work. I'm just kidding. Guilt trip Simi Skies. If you guys want a mug, guilt trip Simi Skies in the chat right now. Aaron, there are a lot of starred chats there.
There is.
Do we need to do some stuff?
Yeah, let's see what's going on. We already acknowledged him, but we'll acknowledge him again. Our great friend, Big Bacon.
Big Bacon
with Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Cobweb Collector, how's it going? Good to see you. Also, we got J and K Custom Works. How's
Did
it
you
going?
guys stop the show? Did you see his YouTube video?
I have it started. I have not watched it today.
Okay, you've got to watch it. It is brilliant. He customizes a figure, and I'm following along with him and everything, but then he hand paints the Cobra symbol on the chest. And I was like,
Nice.
okay, yeah, I'm out. I'll never be able to do that. He just like free hands it like it's nothing. But everything else was practical and really good use of, parts. He even gives you the combination, but awesome customizer, awesome video. Guys, go watch it and learn something.
I will definitely watch that either tonight before bed or tomorrow while I'm aimlessly standing around at work.
Ed, if you got a moment, if you can throw a link up for that in the chat. Yeah, whenever you got time.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Take it down.
Yeah.
It's
Go over there and
casual.
subscribe because he plans on doing more videos, so it's going to be awesome.
The one and only Jeremy J
Hey.
is in the house. Hopefully you had safe travels to Texas.
Yeah.
I hope you have a couch waiting for me. I'll come visit.
We coming.
And then random diorama. Welcome to the Ted's Hella Story Show.
Man, Radnob is always so quick on the draw, man. Like Radnob will fucking call me out all day.
Yeah, he will.
He will. I love him though. He's a great voice actor as well.
Indeed. Bjorn, how's it going? I can't stay. Just wanted to say Shembulok.
It's Shmebulok.
Shmebulok.
Bill taught me this. I should know.
Smodulok. No, it's not Smodulok, but I say it.
Schmodgepodge.
Shumi. Shmi. Boo.
Shmebulok.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
That's what Bill told me to say.
That's fine. And Mr. Wonderful, we've already acknowledged you, but we'll acknowledge you again. Hello. And then we have the one and only Rolando Flores.
How's it going?
I love Rolando's profile.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I've never noticed it until like right now.
It looks like my neighbor.
After how many Coronas? Two. Got it. That's
2 Coronas, the pants come off. That's not quite as fast as tequila, but it's not quite as slow as bourbon. So it's somewhere.
Oh my god. Gochi
Gochitron.
Legally
right.
obligated to appear in the chat whenever Will and Largo on YouTube.
He
Well,
does.
Go
You have a
Gochi.
contract. Yes.
Oh my god, I'm still on that whole Rolando piece. Sorry.
Goji's got some goodies on his show. He just put one on with his little magic trunk where he pulls out some nifty bits of tchotchke type trivia toy stuff. So those are always fun.
Yeah. You're not watching Gojitron, you're wrong.
Indeed.
All right.
Shame on you.
That's it.
Shame.
It's
For
just
shame.
wrong.
The one and only Payne's Toy Samples. Good evening, sir.
Howdy.
If you need a little toy therapies, check him out on Fridays. Well, he will therapeutically therapy you of all your whims that you have. That probably didn't make any sense.
Last Friday he had Mega J on, and that was a big
Nice.
deal. So if you guys want to see Mega J sit on the couch, man, it was a good show.
Nice.
Go check that replay.
Yeah, I'm like 2 weeks out of the loop. I got to catch up on a ton of shows and content and drama and stuff.
There's a lot.
Indeed.
So much, Jim. I don't know how you'll ever catch up.
Headcanon. He probably wasn't in a competitive vape and never thought he would be called out on it, especially during an interview.
That's right, because he's never been interviewed by me before. I stopped the show. I go, wait a second. We got to get into this.
Based on the answer that you give me next, I will hire you or not. G-Force Racing 20.
Hey, what's up, man?
Jim, Will, how's it going? A world made of cardboard in the house. Hello there. Can't stay. I have to go to bed. You great gentlemen have a great live stream. Thank you, world made of cardboard.
Thanks,
We
buddy.
shall. And of course, my adoring wife is updating me on the score, even though I do have it on down here. But thank you. It's now 20.
Word.
They did. It's very sad. And random diorama was trying to say, where's that episode 3 at?
So because you put me on that Burlington tip today, and I got that Hollywood Hogan, which is essentially a figure.
Is he
I'm
cleaning
thinking-
the bathrooms?
I'm thinking.
Let me tell you, brother.
Hold on, I'm rewriting this right now.
When these 26-inch pythons get the plunger.
We need,
Bludgeon.
we need some more of that sweet moss man too.
Oh my God.
So I think episode 3 will we have to have Skeletor in there because it's Adventures of Skeletor.
Oh my God.
I think Hollywood Hulk Hogan will be making an appearance, and then that sweet Moss Man, because
Mhm.
we all got to hear Mothman sorceress.
That is a meme, sir. That is a meme.
Oh no! Who's gonna clean up this mess?
All over the floor.
Skeletor! I get my wife's yelling at me. She says, "You sound too drunk to be on."
Yeah.
I gotta tone it down a little bit.
Oh man. We do have a toy related question, Mr. DarkClaw. Hawk the Bastard is asking, will we be carrying the Mythic Legion's Poxus? Unfortunately, we were not into when we got in with Four Horsemen, they had already had that pre-ordering window closed. So we were not able to get into Poxus, but
We have more.
there might be some side deals that I'm working on that I might be able to procure.
I thought you were gonna
something.
hype up all the other upcoming waves, but
Well,
this man just.
Well, we're not there yet. We get there at the end of the show.
No, I don't know.
That's how you hook them in. You give them a little taste, right? You put a little carrot in front of them, and they're like, oh man, how do I get that carrot? You gotta wait till the end of the show. Yeah.
We're evil toy YouTubers. We're gonna make you sit through this.
Oh yeah.
Carry it on.
Evil. Okay.
Evil.
Evil.
This is one and only thrill. Sorry.
All right, where are we in the chat? Are we done with the chat?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Will, was there somebody you wanted to get on the Infinite playlist? We didn't ask you, buddy. You were left out in the cold.
Oh, no, I really can't think of anyone that, no, I don't think so. I think we did. Meh.
All right,
Will
fine.
has
I'll
no
come back on. It's fine.
No
Yeah,
respect
yes.
for any of your musical tastes. Will is he hit the pinnacle of music through Aaron.
I'd like to have
Now,
me
you-
on as a guest.
Yes, we'll have
We
Will
can make
on.
that happen.
Oh, you like that? Yes, I do.
We could have Aaron as the godfather of the playlist as a
right.
Oh,
special
that's
guest
right.
host, and then we could just lambast you.
That's a smart idea.
Well, I would actually watch
I like
that.
that.
All right. Well, we'll get the contracts drawn up, and
Yeah,
you know,
I
have-
was
have my
joking,
people
but it
call
is a
your
good
people.
idea.
Sure.
I love this idea. Make it
Um,
happen.
My brother says, guns yes, antlers no.
Antlers, no. Okay,
Yes, no antlers in,
Good to
in
know.
Texas. So
that must be Tennessee.
probably. I don't know. I just go there
Um,
for Nashville.
All right. So we're done with the chat now?
Well, I'll pull up one more since you brought it up. 13th Prince wants to know: is it still Adventures of Skeletor, or is it more like Misadventures of Mossman?
Well, Mossman became the breakout star. Maybe down the road there will be a spin-off, but we really got to make sure this show
No.
gets through its first season
You
before
know
we
what?
start doing.
Sorry, Ted. This takes priority over what you're saying right now.
Oh, okay.
Big Bacon wants to see Mossman on the Infinite playlist.
You know what? That is
Yes,
probably the best idea I've heard.
I'm loving it.
I want that just for my head canon.
Yeah.
I just want it because I want to see if Ted can actually do an entire hour of speaking in the Mossman voice.
Oh,
That would be fun.
The hardest one to turn off is Crazy Clown. Because once I get going on Crazy Clown, I
Yeah, you get
Just
stuck
it act-
doing it.
it just get stuck. But
Mm-mm.
maybe offline when you guys are really stuck for a guest, you can holler at the Moss Man.
I want to see this. Like,
Maybe we
I'm
could
just
just
trying
do a
to think
condensed
what
short
the playlist
version
is gonna
and a
be.
promo for the Infinite playlist with Moss Man.
It's going to be a lot of John Denver, some nature songs.
I don't even know where to begin.
that Sarah McLachlan song.
The things the people in this chat come up with, man.
It's Not Easy Being Green has got to be on the list.
Absolutely.
Such a good idea, though.
Although, you got to be careful. He might try to sing along. You guys will get copyright strikes. It'll be a whole ordeal.
He could be like, Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors. Maybe he has a tremendous, like, operatic singing voice. It's totally different from his talking voice.
We'll have to find out. He could be the opposite. He could just be into like really dark stuff.
It's a bunch of Slipknot and Marilyn Manson.
He's a juggalo. He gets dressed up and everything.
Oh my god, no. Headcanon says Gordon Lightfoot would be a good one.
Yeah.
Axion, the green grass of home.
Of course.
Oh man, this needs to happen.
I feel like we need to just end this show now.
You know what? No, Largo, don't even like put production behind. I just want to watch it.
Yeah, we don't script anything. We just call people up and BS for an hour, and that's how we get ideas.
Moss Man's into 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, I'm thinking like that kind of meme video where it shows those like goth kids underneath the bridge and they're dancing like have you ever seen it where they're just kind of standing around and then the music kicks in and then they all start and they're wearing those big pants like those jeans that, like
the Jenkos.
Yeah, the Jenkos. Moss Man wearing some Jenkos. He's got a chain.
I like the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas" version. That's my favorite Christmas time.
Ted, I swear to God, you better do a Moss Man version of that for our Christmas show.
Moss Man and Hollywood Hogan doing Jay and Silent Bob in front of the convenience store.
Oh my God, yes. Ted, remember when we were having that conversation with Ratnom? Like, this is now probably a year's worth of content right here. Alone.
I have to go to bed. So look, new homework for the Helladopers. As soon as you're done watching Street Rangers 1 and Street Rangers 2, I need you guys in the comments after this show is done. Make Moss Man's Infinite playlist. 10 songs. What's Moss Man listening to? We got to know. Help a brother out here.
Oh my God.
We're gonna make this happen.
This is too good.
You can do it. Moss Man's Infinite playlist. If there's enough, maybe Jim and will actually take this seriously, So
it's true.
Put it out there.
Oh,
there. All right, we're gonna move along from Moss Man now.
I don't think you can ever get away from Moss Man now.
I can't. But we have guests. They're more important than Moss Man.
So also James Lucas does say what's up.
Pine trees now. I don't know why.
How's it going?
Hi, James.
Oh man. So yeah. Oh God. Yes. Moss Man singing Tiny Dancer. Yes.
I love it.
I need it.
This whole thing has been real. So ever since I started posting those Skeletor videos, we have actually lost subscribers. We're getting to the point now where we're going to get demonetized, not because of what we say on the show, but because so many people watched Adventures with Skeletor and said, "Nah, I'm out."
So if you're just hovering right over 500 subs and you're monetized, and then lose and you're down to 498. Do they take it away?
They're like, nah, we're taking this back. We're sorry.
I have been watching them go down. It has been rough. And I said, maybe I should stop doing this. And then Eric's like, no, keep doing it.
Something right.
We're losing somebody there.
We'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, we're gonna get back. This whole train got derailed. We're gonna get back on topic. And Jim, before you went on your hiatus there, you had announced a show that I cannot say, so I'm going to let you
Gesundheit.
say it. So I'm curious of one, how do you pronounce it? When is it going to air? And what the heck is it about?
It is German, like Gesundheit. It is unheimlich, and it is the German equivalent of uncanny or unhomely. And it references a essay, a paper that was written by Sigmund Freud, where he talks about things like the uncanny valley and where things that are commonplace seem out of place and kind of strange and trippy in certain contexts. So that's the premise. And we will be exploring some of that from a psychological point of view of how these things, manifest in our daily lives. It is pretty much wrapped up. I do need to go back and redo some of the audio. So hopefully that will be coming out this week, at least the first 2 episodes, and more will be coming. So it'll be an ongoing series.
Now, I'm curious in regards to the show on your channel, because I think in the past I've told you that you run a channel very much like a network channel where you have multiple different shows, right? You got the lounge, you got the infinite playlist, you got beasties
Cooking
and
with
baddies.
Mossman.
Don't give these people ideas.
Cooking with
Please.
Mossman. Oh my God, yes.
God, I'm gonna end
Yes.
this show.
Largo Sports Network Vaping
Yeah.
Championship 2023.
No, that's on the Ocho.
I also want to see Mossman do the weather.
Okay, that one I will write down. But
oh no, it's snowing outside.
you're
My flock is so wet, it must be raining.
Who's gonna shovel all this snow?
I'm trying to run a damn show here, guys.
Oh man.
Fuck me up.
Oh, man. So the Mossman Shopping Network. Yes.
Look at this shiny little necklace.
$24.99. You can have it.
Or you could sell swords like the,
Oh
remember
my
the Home
God.
Shopping Network where they used to sell knives and swords and all that shit.
Oh man.
Oh no, there's only
sharp-
3 left.
Sharper than a jutsu.
These are selling like hotcakes.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Mr. Director, we're almost out of knives. God, you better call now.
3 easy payments.
I don't have. He's in the studio. I feel like I should grab him. God. All right, this is not all right. We're moving on from Mossman. Oh no, the whole show got derailed.
What are we gonna do?
Nobody's watching.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Skeletor's his show's just totally been taken over. It's just done.
It's
I
a
can't.
problem. It is a problem. All right.
Our
I'm a
15th episode
professional.
should have Mossman as a special guest.
I'm a professional
Nice.
here, and I'm going back to talking to my guests. All right, Jim, you got all these shows. All right.
Indeed.
Do you have a specific timeline? Like, hey, Tuesday we're banging this out. I know Infinite Playlist is like Mondays. Are they weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, whenever you feel like doing it? Like, what's the, because that's a lot, dude. You do a lot of content for your one channel and your one-man operation, unless you drag Wilhelm into your chaos, and then,
Indeed. When we first started out, we did have a schedule very much like a network where we had certain shows that were alternating and were bi-weekly because we're very bi-friendly here. I don't know if you knew that. Isn't that right, Will?
Oh my God.
Anyway, and then I had my first hiatus because of the electric company going under siege. So we never really recovered from that too well. So the scheduling has never really gotten back to where it was. That is the goal, to get back there. Our current kerfuffle. When I moved here, Guatemala was a mellow, nice place to get a cheap rum and all that good stuff. Plenty of sun and fun. We had the electric company's billing office was set on fire, and they had a riot. That was a few months ago. We've had all kinds of problems with electrical and internet since then. This current week, actually tonight, literally as we speak, people are protesting in the streets. We just recently had our presidential elections here in Guatemala. And, I know this will be a shocker to you guys. All the candidates were corrupt. Who knew? So much so that none of them really got a large part of the majority of the vote because people were so disgusted with just how corrupt all of these knuckleheads were. The one who did win, other things came to light after he won the election, and the majority of the people in Guatemala have basically said, either resign or we're going to riot. And so they've all been protesting today. They've blocked several streets. The airport's closed. Most of the major stores and thoroughfares are all shut down because people are clogging the roadways with signs and banners and stuff. So it's fun. It in no way disrupts my flow of, doing stuff.
Big Bacon says, corrupt politicians say it ain't so.
I know. I was shocked. I was flabbergasted.
No. Here, we're going to solve Guatemala's problem right now. Moss Man. President.
Moss Man. We need a Moss Man. But nobody's going to argue with Moss Man. And if Moss Man could do a Spanish accent, he's there.
I don't know if he would do it well. He might.
All the girls down here would be trimming their bushes in the shape of Moss Man.
I
mean, they're shrubbery. Get your mind out of the gutter. They demand a shrubbery.
I can't. Oh my god.
We're canceled. This show.
This is what happens when you mix cold medication and energy drinks. You get this version of Largo. So. You're welcome, Internet.
So your Gazoon Tight show will be airing soon.
It will. The Infinite playlist will be returning to its time slot on Mondays after Grindhead Jim's Toy Grinds. And at some point, Will and I will be working on putting together some stuff on his channel that he has had in his foul little mind for a while. He's been hatching some schemes for 3D printing and other shenanigans. So that'll be working on.
You also have Beasties and Baddies coming up for Halloween.
That's right. We are collaborating with our buddy Gojitron to do a Beasties and Baddies Halloween themed. I won't spoil exactly what it is, but it'll be groovy. Ookie kooky groovy.
So Big Bacon says, that's what you get when you don't buy your politicians from the Mossman shopping network.
That is 100% correct.
Ted, I want to let you know that you've created a very interesting scenario here that's never gonna die.
Yep.
Oh no! All of y'all
really, you just have to rebrand the show. It'll take you just 2 minutes. Just have the intro with Skeletor, and then just Moss Man just takes over. That's it.
So
how the Moss Man show.
Some of the other things, Ted, I'm glad you asked, that we're working on. Look, it's a segue.
Thank you.
We have a show called Joe's Toy Adventures, because he's an adventure team kind of guy. It's the 1/6 Joe, the fuzzy head with the kung fu grip. He's the host, and we're working on using some of the newfangled AI stuff to animate his face, and working on trying to understand that technology, even though I can barely get my phone unlocked because I don't remember codes or anything, let alone learning Python or any of this other stuff. But I've been having fun tinkering with it. So he will be going through the history and trivia of classic toys, Barbie dolls, teddy bears, Lincoln Logs, what have you. And that'll be based on the Toy Hall of Fame that is up in Action Fig's neck of the woods.
Okay.
So they have a literal Hall of Fame, and they have the toys listed. And every year they induct a new toy. I think it's every year. Ed would know. I'll ask. But
they're all going to vote
So
for
we're working on
Mossman
that.
this year.
he's a shoe-in.
Motherfuckers.
He
We
wasn't
got
even
some
on the
questions.
ballot. Everyone just wrote him in.
We got some questions here.
We've never had this happen.
Beta Ray Bob wants to know: will the Beasties and Baddies show be on Halloween?
I don't know yet. We were shooting for Friday the 13th since it is in October this year, but scheduling conflicts and my illness have kind of delayed. So we will probably try to shoot for Halloween. It depends on if Gojitron's available that evening, or we may pre-record so that we can put it on Halloween. So that's a good idea. I think if nothing else, we may pre-record so that we can have it on Halloween, even if he's got other stuff going on in his schedule. He might be bobbing for apples. I don't know. He's a busy guy.
And then the Briscoe follows that up with what is Beasties and Baddies? Is it like Dungeons and Dragons?
It is, but it's not. I wanted to do something different from just a toy review show because there's so many of those out there.
He's a
So the
beastie,
idea,
and I'm a
that's
baby.
right. Indeed. Especially when he's got that vapor in his hand. People watch out. So I root for the villains. They've got cooler cars, they've got cooler clothes, usually have a better cape. I just like the baddies. So it's a show that showcases villains from different genres and toy lines and things in pop culture. And the beasties are, your monsters and things that go bump in the night. And occasionally a cryptid will pop in there. So that's the premise of that.
Got it.
We've covered, anthropomorphic sidekicks from different cartoons in the past. We've gone squatching with the boys.
That's right.
We've had some fun times there, and so that will continue. So the one thing we have been neglecting lately is Action Force. We need to get back to the AF3. It's just scheduling has been a challenge. So I think our last episode with AF3 was
Duster.
Duster.
Series 2.
Yep. And Rollout and Kill Switch will be the next one's featured. Whoop, if I can get him off here without falling down. So I've given Rollout a nice pair of shades because he bad.
He needs to be
bad.
shades.
Indeed. So I like Rollout. And if you have read the novel, he is featured very prominently in that. And we'll discuss his interactions in the new book, Broken Alliances. Kill Switch also shows up in that. So those will be coming soon. They are scripted and in pre-production.
There's a digital
And-
copy available on Amazon too, so you don't have to get
Yes.
the book.
Hardcover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good
So
to know.
what else are we doing, Will? I feel like I'm missing something.
No, I think we got it.
Okay.
It just
Ed
really
did-
get back into the AF3. It's the show that started everything, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like just one thing after another, and it's just been pushed off. And we'll get back into that. We'll cover the rest of the characters, guys. We're exploring the lore of Action Force characters, going into their backstory. Where they come from, where they're going, speculating about who will play them in the movie. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to know more about each character, it's a great time to come hang out and learn.
I thought it was going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin for Karak. Now I'm thinking it's Moss Man.
Oh yeah.
I thought we had gotten away. I had just dried my eyes.
Really? Right back in.
Right back in.
Reeled her back in.
Ed said it's the Rochester National Museum of Play.
Yes, very
Yes.
cool place. Check it out
Super
on the interwebs. It's neat.
Vote for Moss Man.
And he did put a link into the chat there for you guys.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So, Wilhelm, you talked about the 118th show that you're doing weekly on Sundays. Outside of that, do you have any other things going on your channel that?
Yeah, so the things that pop up on my channel are really just stuff that I like. It's really not here or there, but I'll do a freaking show on or a video on this stupid knockoff dinosaur that you could put a GI Joe in his belly, because I
Nice.
found it at Ross. Or
That's actually really cool.
it's fucking awesome.
So he can eat it. He can eat it and it'll go in.
Oh no! That's like
he's the pilot.
Yeah, he's the pilot. Yeah, and it pops open. So
that's even cooler.
Yeah, like everyone does videos about all the popular stuff. So I like to do videos about just stupid stuff that I find that I think is interesting. So you'll find stuff like that. I mean, I did a whole video on $2 wrestling figures I found at CVS. Just because I thought they were interesting. So you're not going to find any highbrow stuff. It's a channel for the rest of us, for us weirdos. People into the stupid stuff. I like 1/18 scale stuff, so I'll do videos on things like my boy Loki over here, and that's pretty much it. We do plan on doing a show. I'm working on converting my garage into a workshop so I can run the 3D printers all the time without disturbing the fam. And once I get in there, we're going to do a little Wilhelm's workshop where Jim is going to challenge me with a project for both the 1/18th and 1/12 scale, or maybe even in the 1/6 scale in some cases. And basically, we're going to come up with a project, model it or kit bash it, from existing models, print it, and I'll send him a copy. He'll keep my copy, and we will talk about the project. So
the first one is going to be a real challenge because I've never flocked a vehicle, but doing the Mossmobile is going to be a showstopper.
We got the Boggle in the mobile.
We got Ed. Ed can make that happen, though.
Yeah,
and it really
that was my first thought was Ed was like, God. Hey, Largo, I'll help you.
I'm thinking like a downed log, like a tree. We carve a little hole in it, we put some wheels on it. We flock that sucker up, cover it up with moss. It's kind of like a Flintstones mobile mixed with a log.
You got to have his feet come out the bottom so he can pedal.
Of course.
I need all of that.
It's that is on the list now. Totally. We'll build it and then we'll send it to Ted and he can feature it in his toy photography.
Oh my goodness.
So Wilhelm, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago.
I love this is the deflection part of the show.
Look,
now.
like, we're like an hour and I cannot just do Mossman voices the whole time. So you did an episode, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, time eludes me, I never know what day it is, but you had all the 1/18th play sets that you had found.
That's right,
and I had huge FOMO watching that because I'm a big playset guy.
Yeah, and you know what?
They're so big now.
They are, and there's not a lot out there. So what I did was I went to any retailer. You could currently find a playset that's not necessarily made for 1/18 scale, but is compatible. One of the things that I got that was really interesting was the LOL Surprise, which is like a kid toy line where they open up these little compartments and there's surprises. They made one. It's called the LOL Surprise Clubhouse, but it looks like 2 shipping containers that open up, and it's got a slide that comes down the side. They're colored in like really gaudy, like neon colors, but it scales really well for 1/18 scale figures. So there's a video on it. I turned it into the Joker's Lair because I figured he'd do something crazy like that. Yeah. And, it totally worked for me. I even found these little like mini brands. There's like a little food mart. They have a little convenience store. They work great for 1/18 scale. So now I have a 1/18 scale food court. I set up all my figures in there. And it works. It works pretty well. But I also
do you have a corn dog on a stick stand? Because you got to have that.
I do. I can make one. Nice. But I will say, one exciting thing we are doing over on my channel that I totally forgot to mention was the discount toy company Chat May has recently released this toy. It's a $15 mech thing, right? You can put a little figure in there. It shoots. It's got weapons that come down. $15, man. This thing's great. It's a cheap little toy. Your 1/18 scale figures could go inside. Loki here is taking over. Well, anyway, over on my channel, we're doing a custom contest. So a lot of people in the community have bought these, and they're planning on doing repaints to make them G.I. Joe or whatever. I'm doing Delta 17, which is the new O-ring line. I'm going to make a Delta 17 mech. And we're having that contest. It runs now through November 19th. So if you want to go to a Dollar General store, pick one of these up, spray paint it, slap some stuff on it, you can win a prize. And
flock it.
Yeah. Flock it. Oh, you can make a moss mech.
Oh, yes,
makes no sense. But
yes,
what the hell?
Moss mech. I'm in for all of this.
No sense, but it's
Ed,
made out of moss.
Ed, I need you to go ahead and make a
got the
Moss
power
Man
of
mech.
pine saw.
Which does bring up a good point, gentlemen. We have a bee in our bonnet. Where is the 118 love at Helladope? You're very much 112.
I know Chad gave you a bunch of shit about it.
So over here in the chat, we got just Jeff.
We got
here.
beef.
I hear no rhymes or fat beats. Rapping my ass. I demand explanations. Just Jeff. I'm trying to deflect the question that's happening here, but I will get onto that eventually. You just hang in there.
No, in all seriousness, I do bring that up because there has been a renaissance, as our buddy Ken and Will like to talk about, with so many new Kickstarters in that scale. There is just a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. So I'm curious if you guys have looked at dipping your toe in other scales.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. The short answer to the question is always yes. We always keep the ear out to the community and see what they're collecting. The undertone issue is, when you're playing behind, like, your Walmarts, your Targets, and everyone else, by the time we get it, it's old product now.
Yeah.
So,
you guys got to keep it in like that top 25 or top 50 even product, that are selling to turn product.
Even then, while that's, yes, a great idea, like I said, we are at the mercy of our distribution companies. They say, hey, this is supposed to be coming out in October. So like the Ahsoka 3 3/4 that's coming out. Like, I ordered at least a sample case of it. It's like one or two of each figure just to say, hey, you Star Wars people, I acknowledge you, but none of you ordered this. But you also have to like break the mold of people who go to Big Bad Toy Store or Nerdzoic or anywhere else who may heavily carry the 118. So I'm not opposed to having it. Is this it's now re-promoting and trying to draw in those people into our realm for that scale.
So I want to give the chat more homework. So after the show, we're watching Street Rangers 1 and 2. We're doing Moss Man's Infinite Playlist. And then we want to know, because if you're not buying 1/18th Star Wars, what 1/18th are you buying? Guide us. We'll put it up there. We're interested. So
I'm gonna bring this up since you're on that. So Big Bacon says just because the large retailers get it first doesn't mean people have been able to find it, and that's and honestly, for a while, that's how we operated. Like those the Indiana Jones like that first wave that came out. Targets and them weren't getting it. We had it.
I gotta tell you, distribution at the large stores sucks, man. People all over the community, something will release, someone will post a picture of it, and then you got dozens of people going out to stores and finding nothing for weeks, sometimes months. And then when they find it online, you go back to the store, there's 15 of them on the peg and they sit there forever. So if you guys got a product in that is something that I was interested in, I would sure as hell go right to you guys before I drove around.
So that's the thing. Like, what is the thing? So like where is it? Fat Red Food. He says, hey, get Joy Toy. We did it. We had it up for a while and nothing. So
Is that right? I didn't know that.
right, we did it for like a month just to see what would happen.
Is there any way you guys could like work with these companies where you don't have to directly hold the product, where you market and sell it and then like drop ship it? Nothing like that. So you got to buy a bulk of this stuff, sit on it, and then sell it out. Because I was going to say, like I know they're not for everyone, but the X-Men '97. This is a Target exclusive, so you're not going to get that. But I've been buying the shit out of these things, and they're nice, cheap, and you get a whole bunch of them. But I know like the other figures in that line that weren't exclusive, like Big Bad carries them and stuff like that. But I've been able to find them all in the stores.
Yeah,
We are.
Go ahead,
I was going to say, we are definitely big Delta 17 fans, not just because we love Ken, but because it's a damn good toy line. I highly recommend looking into that. I don't know what their distribution is going to be or any of that yet.
Yeah, the nice thing about that was he did not crowdfund that. He found investors and he had them come in, and he is just producing and putting the line out himself.
Yeah.
So there may be an opportunity there.
We have received messages about talking to Ken, and I don't think it's something that we've done, and that's not because we weren't interested, because we have been told a couple times now, like, hey, go look at this. I think we just ran into a thing where, like, this month we had a bunch of invoices, so we just haven't really been thinking about much. But it is certainly something we are interested if Ken is interested in doing such
I know
things,
there's
and we can
companies
talk some
like
numbers.
Chatmay that are looking for retail partners in the U.S. Or Lennard Toys, they seem to not be able to be sold in the U.S. and we don't know why.
I love Lennard toys, like the dinosaur, the knockoff Dino Riders that they were doing a few years ago. Man, I was all over that.
But I couldn't find them anywhere.
I love those things. I have a whole bag of them over here, man. Good stuff. But yeah, what you were saying, a lot of the risk that we take. So anytime that we order something, we're really rolling the dice on whether it will sell or not. And sometimes we know, the community tells us, hey, we need this. It's hot. It goes out the door. Sometimes we buy stuff on a whim and we get lucky and it's hot and it goes out the door, and that's how we learn. And then sometimes we buy stuff and it takes up 50% of your basement and you stare at it every week when you're on the show, angry at it for various reasons. And
still looking at it right now.
It's a mix and match. It is a literal product mix of some things go well, some things don't, and ideally it balances out to average. But yeah, do
the toy fairs help with that as far as offloading some of the excess when you can get to a direct market like a toy fair where you can be with the public and kind of hawk your wares?
It varies. $5 bins go a long way. Let me tell you.
Man,
PowerCon, we were just like, this is the $5 bin. We didn't even know. We didn't know how much we paid for it. We didn't know what the market value was. We looked at it, $5 bin.
It was called, I'm not bringing this back home.
$5.
So you take it home.
$5 bin. But sometimes it just depends on what the show is and what that market happens to be looking for, because again, it's a mix of vintage people, modern people, people looking for what's hot now, people looking for a deal on something. So it varies. We learned a lot from the Columbus Toy Show in March, as well as PowerCon, and I think next year we're kind of loading up to do more local. So we're going to keep on learning and kind of try to get a better gauge on what those people are feeling. So.
I'm going to bring this up real quick. The Briscoe says 118's G.I. Joe Hiya Toys, Droid Toy, and Acid Rain. So I'm going to talk specifically about Hiya Toys. So the issue with Hiya Toys currently is the same issue that we have trying to get with Jada directly. You have to order X amount of said line within a calendar year. Especially G.I. Joe. So like you want Judge Dredd or you want that like 118th Rambo that they're coming out with, I got you. I'll order it right now. It'll be here in 6 days. But the G.I. Joe stuff, unless it is something that like they sprinkle through or like for me to get, I can't do it. I can't get my hands on it.
Yeah. No, totally understandable.
But the Droid toy stuff, yeah. I mean, and I said, I mean, we brought this up before the last time we had like an open forum show, not the one a couple days ago, but you know, I'm more than willing to put Droid Toy back on the site. It's just, I mean, my theory behind this is I will put them up as a pre-order, or if it's something that I think it's moving well, I'll order maybe like a small case of it. But if no one pre-orders it, I'm not ordering it because I refuse to sit and look at it and hope that in March when we do the Columbus Toy Show that they will move, or we have to put them on deep clearance, either to try to make what we paid for back, or just to say get out of here.
And that's one thing I like about Aaron started putting stuff up for pre-order as feelers, right? It's up for pre-order.
That's a really good idea.
It gives a little variety for the site. If you want it, you'll pre-order it. We'll buy it 100%. And if you don't, then it goes away. But every time it goes away, it's also a mental note, like, because there's plenty of stuff that gets put up that does get pre-ordered, whether it's one or it's 5 cases. That we do buy, and it does move, and just like that, that's also a mental note. So I mean, it might have just been because we are still growing, it might have been a lack of awareness. So it's certainly something. If we think there's a buzz out there, more than happy to give it another try. And if you guys want 1/18th, man, we'll sprinkle that in. We'll see what we can do.
The thing is, not everyone wants it, and you know what I mean. And you got to stay. Even if you look at what YouTube channels are covering, you know there'll be a dozen or so videos on a new 1/12 scale figure that comes out, or some premium figure, and maybe 2 or 3 on the 1/18 scale figure, you know, that comes out. So,
yeah,
you know,
like Goji's saying in the chat, it is a niche market. It's not as big as like your 1/12 scale and you know, some of the other stuff. That's
well, especially for you guys are a small, you know, 2-person run business that is not going to be buying all of this stuff and just kind of willy-nilly. You have to think about what you guys are going to carry, and there has to be a demand for it.
Right. Big Bacon. So he's like, are you getting any other indie waves? Short answer to that question, no.
No.
Especially once they said that wave is going. This is the last wave that they're doing, and there will be no more after that. So I washed my hands of that on the first wave. No.
We still have portions of Wave 1 available on discount clearance if anybody is interested. So, not indie.
That's that. Is it Bollock and
Sala,
I think.
Yeah, and then there's the
ones that nobody else wants.
The chick with the monkey. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. Marion Ravenwood.
Marion Ravenwood. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, so since we're on the subject of 1/18 scale, I am also wondering, like, what are you two excited about in the toy world that's coming up? Is there anything that has tickled your fancy that you're like, oh crap, I got to spend money?
There's actually too much stuff coming out. That's the problem.
There really is
too much.
Well, give it to us, boys. Tell us what you're thinking, man. What's hot for you guys right now?
Well, Jim, unless you, why don't you talk about what you have coming up that you're excited for? Because I think the list is shorter than.
No, it's just my budget has shrunk, so I can't be picking up like I used to. The big things that I'm focused on are Valaverse Action Force. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. The Vanguard, the next Series 4. Are you guys going to be carrying Series 4?
We are very committed to getting Series 4 by any means necessary.
That would be very cool.
Yeah,
we seem to we miss the female waves all the time.
The timing was off on the 3.5, right? So,
but as things kind of we have some bumps in the road, and they have sorted themselves out, and I think we're back on track to get in line. So
Cool. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon for Valaverse. More than my wallet would want in a year, but hey, he's just cranking it out a whole new door, man. It's good stuff. And a companion to that, in my mind, is the Monster Force, which is also a 1/12 scale line that mixes two of my favorite things: military figures and monster figures. So that one I'm super excited about. I believe that's slated for January, February next year, unless they move the schedule again. Unfortunately, I don't like that they're exclusive to one particular place.
Well,
I'd like them to spread the love around.
The exclusivity is because Big Bad they funded the money to
Sure.
get it in production. So they feel as kind of like Target, with a lot of the NECA figures. Like
Right.
NECA will say, "Hey, Target, you get first run of all of my goodies," and then maybe somewhere down the road, 2 years from now, we'll let everybody else have it.
Yeah. I used to be a Marvel Legends guy. I am no longer collecting Marvel Legends. I'm kind of hacked at Hasbro with some of their shenanigans. Plus, they're just putting out so much product, and a lot of it's just random. And when Toddy Mac took over my DC Universe stuff and changed the scale and changed the articulation and gave guys side eye, I was not a happy camper. So I am no longer collecting those either. What I have gone to is the Mafex. The Japanese imports those and some of the SH figure arts because they're super cool. They are premium priced, but I'm super excited about Nightfall Batman and Bane, which conveniently are available through Helladope on pre-order.
They are.
If you didn't know,
they are.
they're sexy. Because that's my classic blue and gray Batman. Love that suit. It's a great storyline, and they have nailed the likenesses on those, just like they have on a lot of the other lines they've done. I collect the Batman Hush line. I've got Soups. He's out of reach right now, but Superman, Batman, they're still continuing that line. The nice thing with Mafex is they don't put out but just a handful of figures a year. So even though they're spendy, you're not buying 20 figures all in one drop. So that helps. What else is coming out that is really super cool? I have kind of been smattering with some of the McFarlane Superpower stuff just because of the nostalgia, but I'm not a completist on that. My new thing has actually been going retro because I got the bug for 1/6. I got into the Adventure Team Fuzzy Head Kung Fu Grip guys, and I went down that rabbit hole. So that's been pulling a chunk of my budget to, put together a team based on some of those vintage toys or some of the re-releases from the 90s and making some custom figures. So AT76 is another show we do that's part of that. That's where Joe's Toy Trivia is kind of a spinoff in that bracket of the network. So yeah, that's it, I think.
Will, what's got you all riled up in the toy world?
Oh, you guys are going to love
boy.
this. Yeah. One of the things I'm most excited about is from Chap May, the discount toy company. So recently they've created quite a buzz online with this teaser social media campaign. So yeah, we all know Chap May is the company that makes a bunch of cheap knockoff military toys that you could fit G.I. Joes in. So you could customize them and use them for that. But they recently started their own original IP. It's called Acid vs. Beta. And the acid stands for something and beta stands for something, but it's a post-apocalyptic world where humans are facing off against killer AI robots, and they will have a mech just like this. It comes in a blue color and a red color. Several other transformable vehicles. They have a Morphazor transformable vehicles. They've got like an ATV turns into a little mech walker. They've got a motorcycle that turns into a jetpack, a spider tank that looks just badass. And those toys are coming out early next year in the US. They're already released out in Europe. But that's one of the most exciting toy lines for me for this year, and it comes from this discount toy company. I mean, I'm digging these Marvel 4-inch figures. They're Epic Hero series. They're like $10. They're super cool, super cheap, and that's because I happen to like the 1/18 scale. I'm not trying to sell it to anyone else. You guys like what you like. I'll like what I like, and there's no problem there. But if you do like what I like, then come on over and hang out. It's just a matter of it's the scale that I like most. I still have my Action Force. I love it. I have my Masters of the Universe. I have my Transformers.
Tell
and
the
things
truth,
like that.
Will. You love 118 because they feel giant in your hand.
That's right. Well, no, I think it's the opposite, right? Because that's
Ooh.
little.
Oh, yeah, but
Ooh.
it makes your. Oh, yeah, that's right. It makes your hand-
So
I was
Yeah.
swimming.
that's one of the lines I'm looking forward to the most. Like I said, I've been following these. I've told people all the time the Spin Master Batman line that they've been doing, the kids line for 4-inch stuff, has been my favorite line to collect in the last 4 years. I love vintage stuff, so my vintage GI Joe stuff is the majority of my collection, and the fact that all of these are kind of compatible with that is what really draws me into it. So Star Wars I'm kind of out of. I haven't bought any of their 1/18 scale stuff in a while. Their prices are a little crazy for what you get, and they kind of stopped doing the vehicles and play sets. Those ships and stuff were some of the best parts of collecting that line. So just those figures, I'd rather go buy some old 90s Power of the Force 2 stuff and slap them in some vehicles. So and also what I'm looking for mostly is the what Laser Pants said here, shilling for Shartimus Prime.
Oh
Laser
yeah,
Pants,
we didn't mention the your international shipping for that line that may or may not be happening in the near future.
we're ignoring this chat because we only read super chats here.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Got him.
Well,
We remember
carry
when
on.
Ryan was one of us, but now he's one of the big people and we're the little people.
He lives in
the-
his
back in
giant
the-
ivory tower.
In his ivory tower. Yeah. We know that's not true.
Will, what were you saying? I'm sorry. Carry on.
No, so that's it, man. I'm just, like I said, it's just funny that, the thing I'm most excited for is this third party or, knockoff company more so than anything that Hasbro or Mattel are putting out, I will say Mattel's killing it with that Jurassic Park line. I love seeing that at Target. Those vehicles are sweet. They're doing a great job. But yeah, besides that, you've got like Delta 17, the O-ring figure coming out. They're shipping, I think, next month. So really looking forward to that. You've got Eagle Force Returns. That's a great 4-inch series. But you've got things like Operation Recall, Call Sign Longbow. There is the Zika Toys is doing the Retros line. They just announced that they've got a Kickstarter starting. So lots of really good things coming down the line for the 1/18 scale, especially from the independent community.
Since you brought it up, I was curious. What was the HasLab Ghost from the Ahsoka series?
Yeah, so if that's something that you could afford and is in your budget and you want it and it makes you happy, great. I'm happy for you. The price, the size, and the fact that I don't really have a connection to that show like some of the fans did was a no for me. But to anyone who is getting it, that's fine. I mean, it's a huge play set. And I'll call it a play set rather than a vehicle because it is gigantic. If you know what the Cobra Terradrome is, that's probably the closest thing you could. It's longer, but it's just about as wide and not quite as tall. But it's going to take up a footprint of at least that size or a little more. So for those people that got that, I mean, I'm thrilled for them. But personally, I would like probably a different ship,
Fat Red Foose has been trying to find a Tuscan Warrior locally with no luck.
Their distribution sucks. I mean, they had this 4-inch Boba Fett at Target for like $22. It was like multicolored, like a prototype looking thing or something, or comic colors or something like that. It was $22. There was a peg of like 12 of them just sitting there for months and months and months. They marked them down to $5. I'm like, Hasbro, if you just sold them at a reasonable price to begin with, they would move. But they got to jack the price up by $5 to try and, suck every last penny out of us. And then, I love this guy. Doesn't have a middle finger emoji.
But we feel the your number one vibe coming from you.
And that's not just a problem in the 1/18th scale. That is, they put out Marvel Legends or other figures where they jack the price up $5 to $10. They sit there, they peg warm, and then they wind up at Ollie's, and you got people posting pictures of entire shopping carts full of $5 classified figures. It's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, this chat and this whole show is killing me tonight.
But Ed said that Boba Fett was based on a wax model of a prototype, but it didn't cost Hasbro more money to buy it, you know what I mean, or to make it. It cost the same as any other Star Wars figure.
And it had no paint apps because it was just, crayon colors put together to make it look like a.
I don't know. I just don't get it. Like I said, it was $22, and then I just saw the peg empty, and it was like $5.
Some weird stuff out there. I'm just happy there's a lot of independent toy makers and people coming up with cool ideas so that we don't have to depend on the big companies for stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta say, like for the Ghost, they've got that Robo Skull Mark II coming out that is, half the price of it, and it's 10 times cooler.
Absolutely. And they were genius enough to make it for 2 different scales. You can change the cockpit out.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Smart. Very smart.
All right, let me go ahead.
Yeah, we got to take a chat break here. There's a lot built up in the chat.
Yes, there is. Guess what half of it is?
And they're making
Emotional
they've been
damage.
making me laugh.
Oh man, there's some good ones in here. We'll start off with action figs with the Mossman Plumbing Inc. Someone's got to clean up this mess.
Nice.
Man.
Just Jeff with the Mossman infomercials. You'll ever have a problem pouring a drink. Headcanon, Mossman is the new Urkel, stealing the show from Carl and Skeletor.
There you go.
Oh my God.
It's true.
G-Force Racing with Mossman's ghillie suit and
He grows them himself.
I hope you see the trend of these chats that I've seen.
I had to start ignoring the chat at one point because I was laughing and I was like, I need to focus here.
I'm sorry. You wanted to have a normal conversation with us on?
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a normal show. I was wrong.
Negative.
I'm telling you, the Mossmobile, man.
The Mossmobile. I will look forward to that. That's gonna be sweet. Radnob says that a 1/18th Mossman would sell.
Of course, revolutionize the market.
A flopped 1/18th Mossman would sell quicker.
That's true.
Let's see here. What else was there? Jeremy J with a super chat. 1/18th scale was fine back when I was in the 1/4 scale person. Now I'm a 1/1 scale adult, and I need something a little larger.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Boom.
Of course, Lawrence, a punk with toys, and his go blue. Oh, I'm sorry. Every time I see that, I have to. But go check out a punk with toys. He goes live on Mondays and Thursdays at a time of random choosing. It's like 9:30, 9:45, something like that. So check him out. Headcanon. The brilliance of 1/18 was never the figures; it was the vehicles and play sets. Today's 1/18 is trying to run off of the figures, and that makes the price not attractive.
Wonderful point there. Yeah, play sets and vehicles, totally missed.
And then
hence why I made that video with all the fucking play sets you could buy.
So, yeah. And then Lawrence is what a concept that we can like different scales and still be friends.
It's fucking amazing. I'm gonna just say right now, I actually invented that concept and I pioneered it. You guys heard it here on this show first. Before today, everyone was battling different scales, like cats and dogs. Everyone was going at it, but then Will came on a stream and said, "Hey, you like what you like? I like what I like." And look what happened. Look what happened to the community.
Now people are holding hands and singing
I
Kumbaya.
know, it's just amazing.
Headcanon. We've gone from vaping competitions to Mossman reality shows to Guatemala politics to Marriage of 1/18 scale. Truly a wide-ranging show.
But
That's
who's
what we
going to
provide
clean
here.
up that bathroom? That's what I gotta know.
And the septic. Oof.
Tune in to episode 3. Hope maybe we'll get that answer.
Hollywood Hogan janitorial service. Yeah.
Speaking of drama, because I just want to put it out there, it's like some dirty laundry, and Punk with Toys kind of reminded me of that. There's been a lot of drama in my absence. You kids have been acting up.
Well, when you're not here, when you're not here to keep everybody in line, Jim, this is what happens.
Know.
Yeah. Will wasn't like, "Hey guys, it's fine. You can just like what you like." He was off with Mossman messing up a bathroom or something.
You never know.
Line.
So I was waiting for it.
In the immortal words of Mossman, it's like, what happens when you get offended? Nothing. It affects nothing. Be offended. If you want to be offended, be offended. If you want to be a snowflake and cry in your beer, you do that. Because, dude, it's just toys and stuff. I'm so over all the silliness. It's like, yes, I like Vala.
You know what, Jeremy?
I like Bobby Vela. I like some of the stuff that's out there, and there's some stuff I will critique because I'm not a fan of it. If you like it, groovy. If you get offended because I like something different, you can do something, and it may not be anatomically correct, but there may be some anal cranial loop back involved. I can draw you a picture. I'm just saying, get over it, dude. The drama is silly. I mean, there's it's just silly.
He already
started on the Mossmobile.
If he went out in his yard and just got a stick and glued some wheels on it, I'll die fucking laughing.
Tune into his Friday night stream. Maybe he'll display it. You never know. Northern Nomad, when people get offended over the stupid shit.
Yes,
that's very true.
Thank you. Exactly. It's silly.
Chris says, "I like my toys and stuff."
I like stuff.
Golditron, I'm offended that that opinion. He's offended by.
I'm offended that you're offended, sir. I'm so offended.
I'm offended at both of your offenses.
Punk with Toys. I have a whole 1/18 scale Joe room with my childhood flag, and I collect classified. I guess I'm bi.
We had a suspicion, and we welcome you. We embrace you. It's a beautiful thing. Be bi. You can different scales. It's all good.
Ted, you have to. I need to look at this picture.
He sent the pic. If he really did, just go get a stick.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm already on there for other.
I'm about to say.
Hold on.
What did he do?
I need to verify this. Oh my god.
What?
While you're doing that, Laserpan says he's offended that Ted told him that Big Fun was closed.
How dare you, sir?
Well,
how dare you?
That got me a huge win over in the His Tank. I was just like, I just drove this sucker around all day in the rain and took him to the worst places, and then we all laughed together. So, let me pull this up. God, you guys Lord. Today. All right, this is. Can you guys see that?
Oh shit!
Nice,
dude, that was quick, and he didn't just go pick a stick up out of the yard. Wow!
I think there's
bravo, man! Random, man, that is awesome. That is exactly in my mind. We just got to flock it, and it's good to go.
I can't believe
get the flock out of here.
That is
beautiful.
That is exactly what I described. How the hell did you make that so fast? He had one sitting around, right?
The one and only Articulated Ninja is in the chat. He is offended that Ryan's offended Everyone's
I'm
so
offended
toxic.
that we haven't had Articulated Ninja on the Infinite playlist yet.
That's right.
We should rectify that.
Oh,
You should.
yeah.
I
See,
would,
that
I would
be
love to see what's in Ninja's dossier.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Ooh.
And his Fly Girls, too. I'd like to see what kind of music they're jamming to.
I hope Articulated Ninja has a playlist full of Dave Matthews and Hootie.
No, I don't see that.
Oh, man.
That would be wonderful.
He's like, well, actually, I'm listening to that right now. Thank you.
That's it.
But Radnom, that is an amazing vehicle, and I look forward to seeing. I every time Random goes on so late, and I'm always like, I'm gonna watch it tonight, and then I pass out like
Seriously.
a half hour before. And
Random, were you making that for some other purpose? And then did you
He's
really
just
just
that
grab
good, Will.
foam and start carving that sucker up while we were talking? Because that is beautiful.
Ninja says that card looks nice, fast, and the Furious Flintstones edition.
Which is exactly what we were talking about. That's
Exactly.
great.
That'll be awesome.
The Mossmobile. It's happening, guys.
Oh my god, I can't.
That is like a $600 or $700 Kickstarter. You know how
At-
much
at
money
least.
it costs to produce that?
At
We
least
That's
could
right.
definitely, and yeah, that's
You heard
coming
it here
soon
first,
from
kids.
Helladopetoys.
the Mossmobile will be exclusive to Helladopetoys. Pre-orders will go live next week.
hold on, y'all entertain yourself for a sec.
Oh, don't
We've
worry.
kinda been doing
We've
that
been,
for a
we've been
while
entertaining
now.
ourselves for the last hour and 45 minutes. Where have you been? Oh my god. Radnob, the people want to know, do the wheels swivel on the new Mossman mobile?
Dude, he said he just grabbed some foam and hot glue and just made it, man. That is bravo, man. That is just fantastic. I love it. You're awesome.
And that kind of, that echoes something that Action Figs, our buddy Ed, has said in the past. He's like, just do it, man. Even if your first attempt isn't stellar, just do it and get in there and play.
That is like exactly what we talked about. He just made it. Look at that. Mossman approved.
Mossman approves.
Nice.
Mossman approves.
So you brought up earlier about the Street Humans thing that we are involved with. I'll touch on it. I'll touch on it briefly because I don't want to
closed
go
out
too
the
far
window.
into it. You don't have to pull it up.
Okay.
So at PowerCon, we were sitting in like the bar lobby area, and we're Sharma's Prime is over talking to his people, and there was me, Ted, and Travis, and then like this is like right before Ryan and Bobby popped over.
Yeah, those
And-
poor suckers. If we hadn't have talked to Shardamus, they wouldn't have had to deal with us.
Right. So we, I had a couple beers by that time, and when I get into that mode, I just talk. So we were talking about some stuff, and I had told him like, "Hey, man, he's asking about like international shipping. I'm like, dude, I'll ship to anybody with an address. You got an address, and you want to pay the money to ship it? I'll ship it to you. I don't care." Which led to a message that he said, "Hey, well." I don't even know how it all started. But anyway, I think he remembered that conversation and said, "Hey, I want you guys to help exclusively in the UK, Australia, pretty much anywhere that's not the United States, Mexico, or Canada." Because he was going to do that on his own.
Mhm.
And I said, whatever. At the end of the day, he has to help promote our store. That's a win.
Yeah.
Two, if it doesn't fund, it's okay. We just have to do a bunch of refunds. But at the same time, you look at Shardamus's like he's been one of like I would say like the pillars of like the initial toy review for YouTube. The amount of people who watch his video who have in return come to our website in general has been beneficial. So
Good business is where you find
right.
it. Good friend
So-
of mine said that.
So at the end of the day, to take a couple some time out of the day to put a listing up, social media push it, have him social media push to his social mediaites. It's a win-win across the board for us. We don't lose anything except for like whatever money that we may have to refund the people who paid us.
which
And
is
that's about
tucked
it.
safely aside for the record. It is
Yeah.
in our sock drawer.
And it just points out the highlight of what we love about the toy community, not the, randos and crybabies, but the guys who are, legit looking out for each other. There's a lot of that camaraderie that we really enjoy where it's like, hey man, I'm looking for XYZ. Is it in your store locally? If it is, pick it up for me and we'll work something out. I'll PayPal you or whatever. That works. And I think with retailers and idea makers like what Shartimus is coming up with, it's very cool that you guys can do some synergy and all those other fancy buzzwords when you get together at a toy fair or whatever. That's the cool part of the community. Love it. I love seeing that kind of stuff happen. I really thought the interview with Ryan and Bobby was well done. Very, what's the word I'm looking for?
They were professional.
Yeah.
They were
Very, very well done.
When is Ryan not a professional? I mean, really.
Well, there was at one time at band camp, but I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Yes.
Well, it did make me do some stuff at Joe Fest, which we won't talk about.
No, it's bad. But I think it's an interesting concept. Shartimus has been around action figures for a very long time, knows the market, knows what people are into. And when Marvel Legends started doing those suit bodies and other civilian figures, people were really into it. So there is a premise there that makes sense. Yeah. When the cameras are, that's when the beard is let down, when the hair care products are out,
right.
then
that salt water finally dries out.
But I like the concept. I don't know how successful it will be as a collector. I see some concerns with it. If it works, groovy. There's definitely some people who will be interested in it. But having an idea, and I think other people have echoed this who know more than I do, having an idea for a toy line and having the business savvy and or engineering skills to make it happen are not the same thing. I know a lot of guys with great ideas, but that's not the same as, putting the rubber to the road, so to speak. So kudos for jumping out there with an idea and trying to hustle it. I hope it works.
And I want to say I was impressed with last night's show for a few reasons. Obviously we want Shartimus to succeed, and Ryan mentioned hey, if you can win these people over right here, that's going to help get you there. And he was absolutely right. But when they announced the show, because you can watch other 3POA episodes. I don't think there's any secret about, people's feelings about each other. They put it out there in public. I think a lot of people thought that was going to be a bloodbath, and Ryan was great. Ryan asked tough questions, but they were fair questions, because those are the same questions that we also want Shartimus to ask Hasbro. I don't think they asked anything that we wouldn't expect somebody to ask Hasbro. And I think it was a little awkward because there is respect for Shartimus in the community. And, you don't want to come off as a dick if you're really pushing it. So I think the questions were good. I think the questions were fair.
Absolutely.
The chat was brutal. Chat was out for blood.
It was vicious.
The chat was rough.
Some of the things just made me burst out laughing, but not in a sense where it was it was just so outrageous that I lost control.
Well, you can't type sarcasm, so you don't know how many of those comments were people just being sarcastic,
sure,
goofing.
And we appreciate that he reached out to us with the opportunity. He came up out of nowhere, and I was like, holy crap, Aaron, he remembered that conversation from PowerCon.
Yeah.
Because he talked to us, and then he was gone, and that was that. And we didn't really think, until the next PowerCon, we were ever really going to talk to Shartimus again.
I can't believe that, Ryan. I just saw a comment. Did you pull up that comment Ryan just posted?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. People say stuff.
Someone said that if it fails, it's their fault. I don't think so. I think Bobby gave very sound advice, and more so than he really has to give anyone in the community. So him giving that experience and insight freely was very kind of him to do that and to talk with him. And you could tell that, and Brian, you were nothing but professional. Some of your questions were not meant to insult or anything like that, but maybe just help flesh out the idea and get the idea made. And I think you even closed the show saying, if you could win these people over, let's do it. Let's get this made. So, I don't get that. I mean, I don't see how anyone could have watched that and thought that what you were doing was to make them fail. Why would you even have him on if that's what you wanted?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had comments on one of the posts that we made on our site saying that, talking about how it's not going to do well. I'm like, look, man, that has nothing to do with me. At the end of the day, I am providing a subsidiary service to a portion of the world that he can't reach, and I can't.
Shooting for your dreams, there's nothing wrong with that. When it becomes problematic is maybe when you overpromise and you cannot deliver. And we have seen that in certain cases where things have failed, people walked away with the money and things like that, and people have been burned, and it's wrong and it's bad for everyone in the community. So, I would say to people that if this doesn't work out, that he figures it out, he learns from this mistake, improves the product, and tries it a different way. I mean, don't give up.
So I'll pop this up since we're talking about it. So for those who watched last night, he's actually gained almost 22 more backers in 24 hours.
And you got 20 days to go. So,
Sweet.
And that's not including the international people that have come through us. We haven't put them through yet. I mean, it's not a game changer yet. We're not sure how frequently he wants us to punch those in, but there are international people that have backed as well. It's not represented there.
Right. So I mean, with 20 days still to go, and I mean, and a lot of the Kickstarters that I've watched, Galactus was one. What was it? The Engines of Vengeance even had a late run in the last 24 hours. So, I mean, at this point, let's see what happens. He put out a schedule on his Instagram on the shows that he's gonna be on for the next couple weeks. He'll be with us on the 22nd into that last week push to hopefully get this thing funded or at least get it further. I mean, he has surpassed his previous run at this Kickstarter. So that right there within itself is a success, even if this doesn't fund. He did something better than he did the last time. I hope if he does try this crack at it again, that he actually takes the advice that was given by Bobby,
I think you can give constructive criticism and build someone up and not just be clowning on somebody and tearing them down. That's not what was happening. These guys are definitely supportive. We like Shartimus. We want to see him succeed. And, I know it's a crazy concept, but Ryan and Bobby are actually nice guys. If you talk to them and you're not having the drama mama attitude. So,
Yeah, I'll say two things because the 3 POA has gotten a lot of crap in the past 2 weeks that I personally don't necessarily think is fair. No. And same with Ninja. Ninja got dragged into it as well. So I will say we have met Ryan, we have met Bobby, we have met Ninja, and all 3 of them have been nothing but polite, respectful, and awesome human beings to us. And they say some stuff on their show. I don't think it's any reason to go to Guatemala and start rioting, right?
That's right. We got enough of that going on as it is.
And on the flip side of that, in regards to last night, in regards to Bobby's feedback, I think Bobby's feedback was good. If I was in Shartimus's shoes and I was taking that feedback, I can relate to this a little bit. He's already in. He's got how many days left? 20 days left.
20 days.
So in his position, it's very hard to be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll make a quick change on that right now. I don't think he was really able to do that. I think the information Bobby gave him was good. I just think for Shartimus at this point in the game, it's really too late to kind of react to that with 20 days left.
And we're seeing with guys like Ace from Ramen, there's a lot of challenges to getting something from concept to actually in the customer's hands. And, it's a struggle. So, there's a lot of stress. I just hope that, things can work. And if nothing else, it's a learning experience and maybe things will evolve. So there's opportunities there. And there's certainly people who are interested in supporting a good product. So that's that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we all want this to succeed. As Aaron said, Shardness will be here in 2 weeks, and ideally that number will be in a better position. I think one of the glaring opportunities that the campaign showed from the interview last night was those stretch goals. Because when you look at this, it's like, okay, well, it's at 25,000. It needs to hit 120 to back, but we got to hit all those stretch goals too to unlock all that stuff. So while it could still back, there's still a lot of work to do. I think the 3 POA wasn't the crowd for him, but as Aaron said, and as Ryan said, he needed that crowd. I think
Ted,
Wade and Dan Who will be better crowd.
And this is pretty serious. If you guys don't want to jump in on this, how much flocking do you think it would take to turn this campaign?
That's what I said after the stream ended. I was like, why didn't Bobby tell him to start flocking it?
Just flock it,
flock it, and it's fine.
Just the Moss Man will take over.
That's right. It's like the duct tape of action figures. Just put some flock on it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It's good.
So, Ted, you said that he has 20 days left, and to make a drastic change in 20 days may not work. Honestly, I feel that this is the time to do it. Take that advice that Bobby gave him. What's the worst that's going to happen here? Nothing.
Well, there's
nothing changes.
There's some advice that is probably too late because when you're talking about the pants, what's he going to do? Flip the figures that were already backed?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. It's just a lot to do on the fly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying for people that have already backed. People have already backed a certain thing.
It's easy to what do they say? Armchair quarterback, from the sidelines here. We're talking. I don't know anything about this business, so maybe he can, maybe he can't. But I would say that if he wants to succeed, he should take every opportunity and seize every do whatever he can with what is in his power to succeed, to make it the campaign. So if he can do that, then he should.
Yeah,
I would guess that as long as the actual tooling hasn't been done yet, he's got some wiggle room.
Big bacon. Just hot the figures on MMSN, and you know what? You put that counter in the corner. You put that little countdown in the corner. It's only 100.
It always works.
You only got 5. What if only three humans?
Come on.
You can't even do it.
I think we broke Ted. I'm so sorry.
Well, maybe when Shardimus is on, Moss Man will help him. We'll get the grind
that's
out.
The shot in the arm he needs. That's the advice he'll take, and it'll help push him over.
Yeah, I don't think anything Bobby said yesterday was wrong in regards to the advice that he gave.
Bobby did a great job. Great interview and really helpful stuff. Now the chat
the chat was not the second before the show started, they were already out for it.
It was one of the most, and like I said, Shart's a champion though for just rolling with that man, because there was some harsh stuff being said.
It's like when you're in a fight, right? You're outnumbered. You're the little guy going against a big guy, and you get your ass kicked. Well, you're gonna get more respect from the person that's kicking your ass by you sitting there taking a beating, and that's what that man did. Almost every super chat had something to do with not the figure itself. It was about him and the whole debate thing that happened, everything about except for what was supposed to be going on. and he sat there and he listened to it. He may have not understood a lot of the things like the inside joke pieces that were happening, but he took it like a champ. So even if you weren't backing it, you now at least got some. If you didn't respect the man before, you got a little bit of respect for him for sitting there for almost 2 hours in his van because he just left the con to do an interview and take everything that he took.
Well, I respect Ryan for reading them because, you know, a lot of those were coming up and they were trying really hard to be respectful. And then it's just like, ooh, do I read this? Do I not read this? And then he fell off for a minute and they started reading them and he said, no, we're going to put this back. We're going to put this back. We're going to wait for him to come on and let the man defend himself. And I thought
That's
that
right.
was a fair and respectful
Ryan's a
move.
pro, man.
But-
He really is.
I don't know if I could have read those, man. I was looking at some of them. I was like, I know they paid, but I don't know if I could look this man in the eye and say that to him. Like, it's not even my words, you know, it's somebody else's words, but it's still, you know, the community. And that was tough.
The bigger your platform is, the more haters you attract. I think Short understood that and expected it to a degree.
Yeah,
You're probably
there are
right.
times I'm definitely happy we have a very small audience that are mostly friends because I haven't had to deal with trolls and knuckleheads.
Sure.
I'm not sure that I would handle it as
It could be very frustrating. And I don't think until you're in that situation, you do know how you will handle it. You know, so it's easy, like I said, to say, oh, I wouldn't let that get to me. And then, you know, sit in Ryan's chair for 5 minutes and see how you handle it. Because, you know, not only the stuff that we see going on, I'm sure he's dealing with things behind the scenes, like that person commenting that, you know, that if he fails, it's now their fault.
Mm-hmm.
Why assign that blame to him? He did nothing. He was trying to help.
People just say stuff. They don't think about it.
We got some new merch ideas.
Nice.
We need to make a make Moss Man great again. but also Big Bacon would buy a green flocked make Moss Man great again hat.
Green again.
Indeed.
Make
So
Moss Man green again.
This goes back to Moss Man becoming president of Guatemala, right? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know. This was.
We
just
do
right
have
now.
jungles here. He'd be right at home.
Oh man, you guys! Now I got 100 episodes I have to write. Chat's killing it. Chat, don't forget your homework tonight. Remember, Street Rangers 1 and 2, 10 songs from Moss Man's Infinite playlist. Fuck, Aaron, what was the third one? Watch the replay.
Go watch the replay. You'll figure it out.
Watch the replay and find out the third one. That's your fourth item.
Yeah, we definitely need at least a Moss Man memed Helladopes t-shirt in the future. That should be on the drawing board.
I wonder if we could get away with that.
Yeah.
If it's not, you know, what is it, like 20% different from the original? I think you can get away with it.
That's
Something like that.
So yeah, you put
worked for Lucasfilm.
You take Moss Man, you put him in a Hella Dope shirt.
Oh, dude, we should.
Or you put him in autumn colors. You know,
there's some guy on. I don't know if he's on Etsy or eBay or what, but he does those custom wrestling shirts, dude. First of all, we need to get on that for some custom Hella Dope action figure wrestling shirts just for our own collection, and then one for Moss Man as well, and then maybe some to say we're gonna sell down the road, but we never actually like get around to doing it. We just lead people on for like 2 years. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna make hats and shirts and mugs. And then
we did make a shirt though. We made 2 shirts.
We made 2 shirts. Did not list them on the site for anybody to buy though. they're sitting right there. They're sitting right there. Sitting right there. Not moving.
There's a second question here. Is Moss Man on the OF?
Only fans.
Let's just say there's a lot of botany involved.
Oh no,
it's not pretty. Splinters.
No, Moss Man.
Broke him.
I was trying to show that Moss Man cake, but there's not a lot there.
There's really not much. Only ferns.
Oh, the memes and puns have begun.
13th Prince said he'll buy some 112 scale Hello Dope shirts.
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's
I'm
an
still
interesting
waiting
thought.
for 3POA to mass produce those too.
It's an
Just saying.
interesting thought.
And then Boss Man is being requested to do a 2-hour stream. So when you and the missus got something to do, Boss Man can fill in.
Boss Man just takes over.
He could be like, what was that guy, Venus Butterfly on WKRP? He's the night DJ, puts on the mellow tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh no, chat's going by so fast. I can't keep up with y'all. Y'all so silly tonight. Talk about Mothman t-shirts, Mothman hats, Mothman doing the weather. I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's going to rain tomorrow. Make sure you bring your umbrella.
Where are your rubbers?
You go outside and it's just super sunny. It's just a real nice day. And you're like, oh, Mothman, you got me good. All right, that's enough of that. I'm sobering up.
Only Flock channel.
Oh my God,
that's a thing.
Only Flock.
You got some work ahead of you, my friend.
Yes, Moss Man's moss hole. That's what I want to see.
So the premise for episode 3 is Skeletor has started a forum where he is making mean comments about He-Man, but Skeletor gets frustrated because people keep flooding all his evil comments, trying to hate on He-Man with kindness.
That's it.
And
the antitoxin.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're going with that one. And then Hollywood Hogan will be there as well.
Nice.
For reasons.
Reasons.
I mean, he might be the guy who cleans the bathroom. I don't know. I don't think we've met everybody at Snake Mountain yet. So,
oh my God,
I can't.
You guys fucking kill me. I swear to God.
Oh man, not so Super Mario. I don't know which part of this show you hopped in on. I'm sorry either way.
Not so Super Mario is one of the guys last night that dropped one of those vicious super chats. Man. That was brave.
It wasn't
man.
that bad. I think he was the one. Didn't he say like worst moderator or something?
I don't remember.
I just know. First super chats.
I just know. I couldn't have read them. I couldn't have read them. Not me, but funny. Enjoyed it from a fan perspective.
Yes. Very, very humorous. Dark humor.
At the same time, oof. Oof. So I don't know. He'll have better spots.
Indeed.
All right, Aaron. Well, we're at like 2:15. Do you have anything else you want to go over, or we want to release these guys back to the wild?
No, we can let them go back into the wilds, and
All right. Well, Mr. Largo, what would you like to promote?
World peace and a comfy chair for every Tookus. Every Tookus should have a comfy chair.
Absolutely.
That's my slogan when I run for president.
Guatemala.
That's right. A comfy chair in every home.
I mean, you probably get a landslide victory on that one.
I probably would if I didn't get assassinated. It's a weird place.
Just make sure you don't have any demons in your closet. You'd be fine.
Well, there's that whole Funko Pop thing. Can't even go there.
Nope.
The scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the channel back on the rails to get the wheels back on the bus so they go round and round. So I'm going to be putting something out this week. Hopefully, the Unheimlich, at least the first 2 episodes, and some other shenanigans will be coming. So we're getting back there. We're getting there. Will is my anchor. He keeps me from losing it and yelling profanity in multiple languages.
Awesome. Mr. Wilhelm, what would you like to promote?
Oh, nothing. I want to promote helladopetoys.com. Go sign up for the newsletter. It's Hella Pope Toys. No, not Hella Dope Toys. Is that
Hella
your
Pope.
channel?
Hella Grope. What's
Hella
whatever.
Grope.
Hella Hope.
Hella Pope.
Hella soap on a rope.
I want to
Be
promote
blessed.
Hooked on Phonics. It worked for me.
That's how I learned to talk the way I do today.
I am good at talking.
Pre-orders, lots of pre-orders coming from Hella Dope. Lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Lots of good
You
stuff.
got your Jada Toys Street Fighter. You got your Mega Man. You got your Cosmic Legions. There's stuff coming from that, right?
Yeah,
What else you got?
Yep.
What else you got?
The Mossmobile. We have to promote the Mossmobile.
Oh.
Everyone, stay tuned to Random Diorama's channel
That's right.
for updates.
It's in
on
prototype
Mossmobile.
stage.
It's in
I will
Friday
be
night
following
stage.
this Kickstarter exclusive.
And the Wilhelm Vaping Challenge.
That's right.
Lord. What? I don't even know what's up there right now. I'm stopped paying attention. Yeah. What he just said.
We're
Street
never
Fi-
getting invited back, are we?
It's
We
fine.
derailed it.
Fine. Aaron, what do you
He's
need
going
to
to lose our
promote?
number.
I'm pretty sure Wilhelm took care of all that for me. Yeah, newsletter and the website and stuff.
Discord.
Yeah, that thing.
Discord
Stuff.
Mugs. Yeah,
That
the
thing
new
that we-
mugs that are coming out.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, join that thing.
Join
Oh.
Lots of
The
stuff
Hell
coming in this month.
Mug Club.
Lots-
It's a new
lots of
mug
stuff.
every month that you're subscribed.
Oh wait, that's a lot of mugs, man.
Can you flock a mug? I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably.
Moss mugs.
Moss mugs.
Is that series 2? Because
Oof.
getting the last of series 1 out is brutal.
Mm-mm.
Aaron, do you have anything else?
No.
All right. So, to all our international friends that are interested in backing Shartimus Prime's Kickstarter, Street Humans, you can now do that through us. You'll put pledges in for what you want to order through us. We will put it into the Kickstarter. When the Kickstarter funds, whenever it comes to us, we'll ship it to you. I don't know that timeline yet.
Yes.
And on the off chance that it does not fund, then we'll just send your money back because we're just shoving it in a sock drawer until it's time to pay someone or ship it back. But go to helladopetoys.com, like Wilhelm said, and sign up for the newsletter. Follow us on Instagram or something. Boys,
All the things that's happening at the bottom of the ticker. Just do what the ticker says.
do what the ticker says. All right, next week we are going solo.
Ooh.
And then after that we're gonna have Shartimus Prime and some other
No,
stuff.
next. I thought we had Carlos next.
No, Carlos can do it.
Oh,
So Carlos is now in November. I got a slide with all of it on it.
okay.
It'll play at the end. I don't even know why I try to remember anything. I don't know what day it is. So this has been a great ending to the show.
We love what you guys
just-
do. Thanks for inviting us so we could totally make a mockery of your show. And,
The
and
wheels
ruin your
fell
Sunday.
right off this Mossmobile.
I know.
We love hanging out with you guys, and
Always
even
a
if you're
pleasure.
going solo's fine. Just don't go commando because we don't. That's TMI.
Damn it! I knew I forgot to do
Unless
something.
you're going to the only flock channel. That
Yeah. That's after That's after this.
right. That's
Yeah.
the after show.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, it is time for us to go back into the wild, and we will see you all next week. Don't forget your homework, damn it.
Yeah.